as expected. I think tight league, tight teams. The one goal side doesn't surprise me. The way it all transpires maybe does for everybody. It's hockey, so. But yeah, I thought it was going to be close, and it was very close.
Did you get an explanation on the hand covering situation? Or?
Yeah, they say he covered it with his hand in the crease, so they're the guys on the ice. They got to deal with that part.
You had the lead multiple times in this game, and that's kind of how playoffs go. It's one goal is not quite enough. How did you feel like things transpired for you when you were able to answer every time that they scored to tie it?
It's kind of been our group, I think, to answer the bell a little bit. Obviously, the penalty shot with a power play is a funky one. The goal at the end is a very funky one. So to go back and forth, seesaw. It's unfortunate we couldn't secure it by maybe just doing some simpler things in regard to that, but I guess that's hockey.
At the beginning of the game, Tech seemed to be firing on all cylinders, and it took you guys a couple minutes to catch back up to their pacing. What was the key there to try to even things out in terms of like an energy level?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they play a good home game. There's no question. They play behind you. They get after it. They skate. I think they put a lot of things at the net, so the volume maybe feels like energy, I guess. Rebounds are the hardest thing to defend. So, but I wasn't really worried because I thought we were in good spots. I thought all those shots were a lot of them for the outside and things. But you had to wake up your intensity because it was in the trench of the game and tight to the net. It needed to be a heavy game in that area.
Talk a bit about the resiliency of this group, considering all the turmoil in the offseason, and to find a way to get to a semifinal this year. It tells a lot about this group, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's twofold. I think the guys that stayed, obviously, they committed to the family that was here, the logo, the program, the university. The seniors that did it, because they all could have got out and had their last hurrah somewhere, that's exceptional in my opinion. And the guys that came in, they came in with the idea and the trust and the love and the what it was going to become, and they dove in with both feet. So, just I think as a group, I thought they're tremendous people. So that part, I think, will get the most merit.
This is your first season as the head coach at the Mavericks. How do you feel this season has gone in total? Have you found it as a good learning experience, a good kind of like way to prove your salt at this level?
Yeah, I don't want to downplay the level, but I think when you end up coaching, it's people, not levels. If you're a Pee-wee coach, you got to get a Pee-wee to play like the best Pee-wee possible. It doesn't matter if you're an NHLer. You got jobs to make the national guys play that way too. And I think the institution, I'm very fortunate at Minnesota State, blessed, like unreal people surrounding me. But it goes back to those guys, our friends of the program, the fans, like they were the unreal ones.
Every game with Michigan Tech is an absolute battle. How do you like the way the two of you match up, that every game is essentially a one-goal game?
Probably a little bit of the DNA of the programs, I think, is programs that have existed, and Minnesota State had a great run of things and going, and I think you find a lot of programs maybe mirroring how the roster builds and things of that nature. The head-to-head, the tightness. Our league is just combative. I mean, I would just give all the players in the league, the competitiveness that they bring to the table is really high-end. There's really no nights off. If you take a night off, and it's going to be hard to find your way around taking a night off. So the two programs head-to-head, not a surprise. Joe's done a good job with all those guys, and those players play their backside off for him here.